My advice for content creators, I would say you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. As cliche as that may sound, but you have to start learning new things. Just because you are set in your ways, just because you know some things work this to your advantage, doesn't mean that there's new ways that you can learn how to be better at certain things of what you do, you know? And it's gonna have to cost you to sometimes speak in front of Times Square, like where a million people are watching you pass by as you're recording yourself. It's gonna have to come with sacrifices. But at the end of the day, those sacrifices are the ones that are going to put you on the pedestal that you want to see yourself at, you know? Mm-hmm. So that requires sometimes digging through mud. That requires saying no to a lot of things. That requires you to have to learn something you never taught before. That's something you never taught at school, something you never taught in college, universities, but something that only you know this will work for you, and that's going to propel you to the next level. So I would say don't be afraid to learn new things. Don't be afraid to take that risks. And if you're like me, moving to Puerto Rico, that you didn't speak Spanish first, but you're willing to learn at the same time, you're going to elevate your status, you're going to elevate your resume, and you're going to be a better person than you were the first time you walked through that door.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not just content creators. It's like if you're a business owner, like you need to be on the content scene in some way. Some way. Especially if you're like the face of your brand and that's how you're starting. Like you need to be outside.
Yeah.
Like, people need to see you. They need to know what you're about. Where do you get inspiration for your content?
Oof, that's a good one. You know what? This is we've gotten better with it now. But I feel like in the beginning when, you know, Instagram just started or Facebook just started, and we see these Viners, these creators, or like these like Puerto Ricans be like posts, I died at some of the cringe that I saw with our representation on social media. I hated it so much. I was just like. It was just like we wear like there was this one meme I'll never forget that was what was it, Puerto Ricans hold patele like it's drug money. I was just like, do we have to like
what?
Yeah, I know, it was a guy holding patele like a drug. That was funny at the first minute. I was just like, we need to do better. And then the little representation that we had of like some of the content creators that have now elevated their status today, at the beginning there's like there wasn't that many, and I didn't like the representation that we had on social media. That was my inspiration. I was like, if nobody's gonna represent our community the way I want to see it, then I'll have to step up to the plate. That was my mindset as terms of if I don't see nobody doing it, all right, I'll do it, because I want to see that we're not just like cafre, you know, ghetto trashy, nothing like that. We are educated, we are elegant, you know, we have something to offer to the table, you know, and I love, and it's not to downplay, you know, our upbringing, because as somebody from the Bronx, you know, I'm not one to talk, but I want to see like a great representation, being English and Spanish representation. I want to see it all, but on a grand scale where it's just like everybody knows that this is a funny Puerto Rican, that we're reputable Puerto Ricans, that we're not just reggaetoneros, traperos, that we are also businessmen, we're hustlers too, you know? And I think that was my drive, that I didn't like what we had in the beginning, so I was like, all right, we're going to be educated at the same time, you know? So that was like my niche to starting.
I love it. And now, like, where do you get your inspiration for your videos? Like, what is your thought process when you're thinking about, like, what you're going to talk about?
I think it's just that when I see a lot of misinformation, these AI bot videos, it's like non-Ricans talking about my history, but it's going to fit their political propaganda, all that stuff. I'm like, whoa, where do you get the balls to talk about my people? No, you don't know all the facts. Like, I'm gonna correct you. And it's been happening more and more, like these new AI generated videos where they think they talk about my history. I'm like, sorry, no. I will put you in your place. I'm actually a Puerto Rican, and you're spitting misinformation. It's that, I think that's what drives me more now. That's my inspiration to, because there's so many false information out there that a lot of Puerto Ricans want to be a state. A lot of Puerto Ricans like live off food stamps. I'm like, no. We are working class people. Not a lot of us want to be a state. And if you're gonna talk about our people, make sure you talk to me first. I want to be that. I want to be the guy that you talk to first before you say anything about my community. There's a passion in that.
Mic drop. Oof, my goodness. What's up, mi gente? Are you looking for mentorship and the place to secure the big bag? Have you ever watched me here on the Banking on Cultura podcast and thought to yourself, you know what? I want to work with Victoria Jenn. Or maybe you thought to yourself, I want to be a part of her network of badass women and entrepreneurs. Well, guess what? You absolutely can. Join me this November 15th through the 16th in the heart of New York City for my 7th annual Secure the Big Bag and Wellness Summit. Let's face it, so many of us are tired, burnt out, ready to throw in the towel, honey, and quite frankly, we want to dedicate ourselves to the soft life. But what if there was a way for us to achieve both time and financial freedom and also have a healthy, well-balanced life? What if you could secure the big bag, build a business that fuels you versus drains you, as well as build a solid network of business besties who want to support and motivate you while also centering self? This summit is the premier destination for the latest marketing, sales, and AI tools that can 10x your business while also nurturing your well-being. Learn from top experts from both business and wellness, including executives from the corporate sector, so that you can explore corporate-level opportunities that can elevate your business to new heights. Ensuring you're not just prepared, but fully equipped to dominate in 2025 and beyond. This is your opportunity for your business to thrive while you do too. Head over to securethebigbag.com to check out the agenda and all the heavy hitters that will be in the building. I cannot wait to see you in New York City, mi gente. It's go time.